Morning, everybody. I have just reached double digits on BitChute for subscribers. I'm so happy. Thank you all. So, dark winter. Dark winter. The strength of our people. It's kind of like a double entendre. Because our people have become weak and complacent to the madness. This is not going to end well. There's supposedly a mega rally today, I think. But of course, big tech is censoring everything. All the demons of man have overplayed their hand, and more and more and more people are waking up to the improprieties. And more people realize that they might have made a bad decision when they voted for sleepy, creepy, dirty old Beijing Biden. The demons of man don't care. They're ignorant. They think they're clever. But they're not clever. They are absolutely insane lunatics. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. I know it's getting to be a bit much right now. They're wanting to cancel Thanksgiving in the United States of America. There's COVID camps in Canada, which is being silenced by the media, of course. There was supposed to be a snap election, but obviously certain things have been censored, so I'm not sure what's going on. The strength of our people are in unity, and we can't allow these people to gain power. More people are waking up. More evidence is coming to light. But we must unite. We must open our eyes and see the darkness that is consuming our lives. We must enlighten, and unite, for the attack on our people cannot stand. We cannot have a Biden-Harris coalition of evil. He's prancing around pretending that he's elected. He wasn't elected. More and more evidence is compiling to prove otherwise, that this was such an outrageous amount of dastardly deeds that they overreached to unbelievable measure. But if the people's president does happen to lose, it won't be the last time we hear from him, I'm sure. Maybe Don Jr., or Eric, or Ivanka, or Laura. All beautiful, wonderful people. You know, this coalition of evil that is Biden and Harris is not elected. They have to keep the illusion that Joe Biden was even a viable candidate. And like I said in previous videos, you have Iran, China, even Israel. That was strange. And other globalists and other dictators around the world congratulating. It's sad to say, but Fox is no longer relevant in the cultural war. They're silencing the voices of we the people. And now they're going to attack other media platforms like Parler and Gab. They're saying it's an echo chamber for far-right ideas and bullshit. It's an echo chamber. Not that Twitter and Facebook are echo chambers, not at all. For far-left, screaming, Kool-Aid-haired morons, low-information morons. Children living in perpetual arrest and development. People that don't work and overeducated and still working at Starbucks, still thinking they're relevant in the real reality, in the reality of the grown-ups, the people that actually have to work and do things and make money and provide for their family. The useful idiots that want to shut down all of our institutions and all of our traditions. In Canada, Trudeau government has attacked the Mennonite Church. And I don't know if in previous videos, my father's side were Mennonites. And Mennonites, they're, I guess you could say they're Puritans, or they're not allowed to drink, or they're not allowed to drink, they're not allowed to, well, they're not supposed to drink, they're not even supposed to drink coffee. Their whole basis is on, well, the Mennonite Church actually was started way back in the day. It gained traction during the First and Second World War. A lot of my family, like I've said in other videos, a lot of my family members moved to Mexico. My father was born in Mexico because during the First World War, or Second World War, sorry, a lot of Mennonites moved to Mexico to avoid the war that was raging in Europe at the time. And Mennonites are truly a religion of peace. They don't believe in the conflicts of man. They don't believe in the conflicts of man and in the material possessions of man. So they basically make a vow of, I guess you want to say, poverty, for lack of a better word. They choose not to support governments around the world. They're separatists, I guess you could say. It's not really the word I'm looking for, but whatever. It's early in the morning, and I'm just starting to drink my coffee now. So my brain is still trying to wake up. But apparently there's supposed to be a mega rally today. A lot of conservative people are going to gather in support of POTUS. It's a mega march. I can't remember what it's called, because as of late I've been shutting down the mainstream media. I already have a long time ago, but Fox, in my opinion, was at least bipartisan, I thought. But obviously they've been bought and paid for by the globalist agenda and the Luciferian agenda, whatever agenda you want to say, but the Luciferian agenda, that is the globalist agenda. They're one of the same. And now they're increasing these lockdowns around the world. And for a virus that has a 99% chance of survival, unless of course you're very old, like I've said in previous videos. I have predicted this whole thing from the very beginning, whenever it first started breaking out. You can look back in my archives of videos on BitChute, and if they do have a problem playing, just hit the refresh button on there, and sometimes it'll work. I've noticed that BitChute has a problem with certain things. And if you do want to find me on YouTube, it's Steve, the Northern Sun Story. Because for some when I created my YouTube channel, it was my name, and then when I created my YouTube channel, for some reason I wasn't able to just make it the Northern Sun. But if you type in Steve, the Northern Sun Story, or is it just Steve, Northern Sun Story? I can't remember. But if you want to watch my videos on YouTube, like I said, I've just gotten over double digits on BitChute, so thank you very much. Thank you very much. Growth is slow, but as long as people enjoy my videos, and I'll keep on making them. Even if people don't enjoy my videos, I'll keep on making them. For me, this is a great vessel for me to share my thoughts, because I just moved recently. Well, I guess it's been a while now, but I left my homeland, and I left my home to move to a different city to find better work. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked out. So now I'm stuck in this perpetual misery, because I don't like where I am right now. The strength of our people are being replaced. Our people are being replaced, and where I am right now, there is a lot of replacements around here. I see them everywhere. The strength of our people is in unity, and we can't allow this coalition of evil to persist. These videos have been a warning to everyone that this coalition of evil that is Biden and Harris will bring the destruction of the West, and the globalists win. It's already happened in Canada, so I'm talking from a point of experience, because the globalists have already infected Canada, like I said. many, many times. In Ontario, Quebec, there's massive lockdowns. Thankfully, out west, in British Columbia and Alberta, Saskatchewan, we have a more, our coalitions are a little bit more, I don't know, conservative in thoughts, maybe. The great thing about Canada is we're a country divided from east to west, right? It's a very massive country with very low population. And there is actually no COVID anywhere except for Ontario and Quebec. Even the maritime provinces, there's very, very low numbers. But when you consolidate all the numbers, it's like one in 50,000 might actually have the COVID. So that's in the eastern part of the country, like Ontario, Quebec, where all the people are. So it's less than 50,000 people, per capita that have actually COVID. And then when you actually compound the numbers even further, you realize that that the only people who are dying from this COVID are the very old. Everybody knows this. This is becoming common knowledge now. The very old are the very young, like newborn babies that are premature or whatever. Those are the only babies that are dying. This COVID hoax, it's like I've said in other videos, is to bring in the Great Reset. The Great Reset. Yes, dark winter is coming. If you've noticed, since this COVID thing has happened, since this COVID 1984 has happened, the only people that aren't allowed to go about their daily business are free-thinking folks. They've shut down churches, and in New York, you even have the mayor of that city attacking Jews, and in Canada, out east, you have the government attacking other religious people. They're saying that we can't go worship. Like, I'm not religious or whatever, but it is our freedom. It is our human right, our God-given right to go to church and worship if we so choose. But with this COVID, if you've noticed, they have been attacking the faith. They've been attacking church. They've been attacking family values and traditions like Thanksgiving. In Canada, our Thanksgiving is in October. I don't know why, but our Thanksgiving is October, beginning of October, October 10th, I think. I'm not sure, but I can't remember. It's the weekend of the 10th, anyways, in October. So sometimes it's whatever. I think Thanksgiving this year was on Monday. I can't remember, but now you have Beetlejuice in where is she? Chicago mayor? Beetlejuice. Lori Lightfoot. Another agent of evil, another demon of man. Have you noticed one thing about all these crazy people in all these crazy cities that are burning right now that support the Marxist hate group Antifa and Black Lives Matter? There's two real similarities between all these crazy people. Well, first of all, they're far left agents of evil. And secondly, they're people of color. And thirdly, they're all women, for these few exceptions that are Gavin Newsom in California. He's just some soy boy, useful idiot. And same with that Ted Wheeler in Portland or whatever. Is it Portland? I can't remember. I don't care too much. But this coalition of evil, which is Biden and Harris, you have this guy prancing around like he's the president-elect. There is no such thing as president-elect. He wasn't elected, plain and simple. And like I said earlier in this video, you have all the legacy media, lamestream media, trying to paint this illusion. There's going to be a march for Trump today, I think. So I suggest that you go and give your support to POTUS. Don't lose faith, don't lose hope. If you love your country, you love your land, you love your president, go support him. But on the same hand, don't allow the demons of man to coax you into a fight. As it stands right now, the strength of our people is in unity, and we must stand steadfast, but don't allow the temptation for violence to come, because they will use this against POTUS. We are strong. Create a shield wall and just push them back. The shield wall will protect you, and we're on the side of righteousness. We're on the right side of history. So believe, have faith that our people will survive this onslaught. Because right now they're planning a Trump march in Washington, D.C., all over the United States, actually. The Million Man March for Trump, I think it's called. I can't remember. Like I said earlier in this video, I've shut off the mainstream media, so because I'm tired of being lied to. Like, I already knew that mainstream media was garbage, but it's a real disappointment from Fox News. I'm gonna end my subscription to Fox, just like it matters, like I'm one person. But if everybody stops subscribing to Fox News, then all of a sudden they can't exist anymore. They need to pay for their insolence. They betrayed the people, and they have become shields for the far left, mainstream media, buying into this illegitimate president, which is Kamala Harris. Let's be honest, sleepy, creepy, dirty old Bayesian Biden can't even tie his own shoes, never mind run a country. And it's a coalition of evil, and that's what it is. And they will attack people who look like me, especially men. They already have. The far left has already been systematically declaring war on our people. for the last decade or so, indoctrinating our children to believe that if you look like me, we're inherently evil. But let me tell you what, it's all projection, because the people who they promote are inherently evil. And the strength of our people are in unity. And people around the world are waking up to the tyranny, this absolute attack on humanity, and more specifically, one group of humanity. Those who are self-aware enough to see it, they can see it. Our strength, the strength of our people is in unity, and we must stand united against the forces of evil. You know, all the left knows how to do is project. So if they're calling you evil, you know that they are evil themselves, because the demons of man, like I've said in other videos, have no will of their own. They're just drone on about talking points that have no basis in reality or truth. The globalists, Alex Jones was right, but they banned him. You know, everything that Alex Jones has said in the last 10 years or so has been absolutely right. So they had to ban him, just like they had to ban 17, just like they have to ban anyone who has a dissenting opinion, because they know their narrative can't hold water. It's like they're carrying a bucket full of water with holes in it. Everything they say, everything they do is absolute lies and propaganda. All they do is project. They have no will. They just listen to the talking points of their puppet masters. In this coalition of evil that is Biden and Harris, you know, these are the demons of man. These are the people who want to bring destruction to our people. They're the elites. They're the elites. That are going to bring destruction to the rest of us. These people, these people are agents of evil. Everybody knows that this coalition of evil, which is Biden and Harris, was unelected. And as the days go by, the free-thinking people of the world realize that this is very, very suspicious in all aspects of reality. This is very, very, very suspicious. And now they're pushing for lockdowns, the same as Europe. Because they know if they shut down the world economy, the globalists can bring in the Great Reset. Their plan, they want to make sure their plan goes as planned. And that is this coalition of evil, which is Biden and Harris, and he's already come out. And you have the dictators of the world coming out, like China and Iran and a few other countries around the world that have come out and congratulated this coalition of evil, which is Biden and Harris. And so open your eyes and see why this coalition of evil has has been in place. It's because the globalists, they want to bring in Agenda 21 and the Great Reset. And in Canada, it's almost too late. We were supposed to get a snap. There was rumor we were going to get a snap election for this We charity in Canada. It was basically a slush fund for the Liberal Party and the Trudeau family name. His wife was the head of it, and they were siphoning money from it. And this is just one scandal in the last 6 years, or however long it's been since we've had Justin Trudeau. It seems like it's been forever. But there's scandal after scandal after scandal, but yet the lamestream media in Canada will not denounce this Prime Minister, and he just keeps on getting more and more bold with his totalitarian regime and his totalitarian rule with these lockdowns and these COVID camps in Manitoba and shit. It's all part of the plan. When you have all the talking heads of the world saying the exact same thing, the NPCs, you know, it's very, 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 very disheartening. But, and if you're unaware and you're uninformed and you're watching the lamestream media and you have decided that the lamestream media is your only source of information, you're being lied to. Free-thinking people already know this, and they've already shut off the mainstream media. But there's still a lot of people that are still sleeping, right? And unfortunately, it may be too late for them, but us free-thinking folk outnumber them 10 to 1. So just remember that we may be silent, but our numbers are great. We do not have the mainstream media using these talking points of the globalist agenda. We don't have anybody on our side. The only thing we have is our communities and our people. And the strength of our people is in unity, regardless of race or creed. Us free-thinking people need to stand up because there's a lot more of us than them. You know, they may seem like they're a large majority of people, but they're not. They're only a small coalition of people. A small, and encompassing the rest of the world and the population of the world and the population of our people. Don't lose faith. We must stand steadfast. We must communicate with our family and our friends and the people who we support and trust. We must reach out and inform the sleeping masses. But don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. All around the world, people are standing up against the tyranny. In England, in France, in Scotland, in Ireland, all over the world. Australia even, you know, all those people are getting thrown in jail, but, you know, with every war we need, you know, there's always going to be casualties in every war. But the bottom line is the strength of our people is much greater than the strength of theirs. Because their people are low information morons who live in their ivory towers and who've never known a day's work in their entire existence on this planet. Spoiled, rotten, rich kids and trust fund babies. These people have no strength. All they have is ignorance and self-loathing. But we proud people, we strong, proud folk, free-thinking folk, know what it's like to have freedom. Freedom from mommy and daddy. Freedom from freedom. And these people are directly attacking our freedoms. and our human rights to worship or whatever. So, a dark winter is coming, yes. It's going to be a slow march to destruction, yes. But we must stand steadfast against the tyranny, and we must unite under one banner. And if this march happens today, I'm not sure. It's supposed to happen in Washington today, all around the United States, this march. A million-man march. Obviously they have YouTube and Facebook and Twitter censoring people. So go find your people on Parler, Gab, Minds, BitChute, obviously. Go find your people on BitChute. BitChute, is young. It has its problems, but each day that passes, it's getting better. So it's not as polished as YouTube, obviously, but it's a free speech platform, and a lot of the people have moved over there and over to Parler and Minds and Gab, and now there's Odyssey too. So, and I guess there's other ones that I don't know because I live in Canada, so we only have a few. I've never even heard of Rumble before, but I guess that's another video streaming platform, is Rumble. But yeah, this million-man march is going to be a great show of strength, and but I implore those, because Antifa and Black Lives Matter have also decided to march in Washington today. So I implore everyone, it's early in the morning here where I am, so it's probably around, out east there in Washington, it's probably around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know. Go out and support your freedom. Unite. We the people are stronger. We the people are stronger than a few soy boys and a few low information morons that know nothing about the world around them, who live in their mother's basement and have never experienced life, who don't have anything to lose. But we free-thinking people have things to lose. We have our freedom to lose. We have our property rights to lose. We have just the right to move freely amongst the world. It's all being attacked. Our freedom to worship, our God-given right to worship, is being systematically taken away from us. It is a dark winter, but the strength of our people is in unity. Wake up and see that our people are many and we are strong. Just put up that shield wall. Just put up that shield wall. Don't allow the violence of the low information morons, the paid actors of the globalist agenda. Don't allow them to undermine. Don't allow them to coax you into a battle. There'll be time enough for fighting, but right now is not the time. Right now, we must stand united. Right now, we must stand united, and we must put up our shield wall and defend ourselves, but do not get provoked into violence. This is going to be a revolution, and the revolution will not be televised. Live in light.